Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a best of 3 Strixhaven draft. Rare is Lower Hold Command. That seems like an easy pickup. What else is in here though? Well, I love Flunk. Very good removal, very cheap and efficient. Cram Session is a good learn card. Elemental Summoning, solid lesson. We've got the Trickster in here, which is a good common. Scurrid Colonies playable. Village Rites is pretty good in Witherbloom decks. I guess that's it. Yeah, let's take the Lower Hold Command and be happy about it. Wow, Manifestation Sage passed. That is bold. Problem with Manifestation Sage is it couldn't be further from Lower Hold Command. 4 of a color that's just not in Lower Hold Command. Now, I could just take it, because it's a very strong card. You usually get, 6+ power on the board and 2 bodies for 4 mana. Or, we can take Quintorius, which is a good uncommon legend. Good follow-up to Lower Hold Command. Good synergy with a lot of different cards in Lower Hold. And really, I think it's between those two. I'm okay taking the Quintorius, sticking more towards the Lower Hold Command, but if someone's passing this, does that mean that, well, they probably just took the archive card over it. I'll take Quintorius. I'm okay with it. I think it's a good card. There's a chance it would have wheeled anyway. But, yeah, I'm okay with it. Selfless Glyph Weaver. Well, the only thing that's kind of weird about this is I feel like you kind of play this card for Deadly Vanity. And a 3-mana 2/3 that when you exile it, you can make your dudes indestructible is not the most exciting card in the world, but might be good enough to take here. Otherwise, we could take the Historian, which actually has some synergy with Quintorius. What's cool is you exile this and you get 2 3/2s, so could take this. It's also just a solid 2-drop. There's also Guiding Voice, which is a card I like quite a bit. Get some learn action going. This effect is not bad. You can use it to protect other creatures you control. Maybe we just take it because it's a rare. And that effect can, protect from removal, which isn't terrible. Guess we'll take it. Semester's End. Well, Semester's End is good if you have Enter the Battlefield effects, which we kind of don't. Reconstruct History is playable, especially when you have, a Lower Hold Command to get back. Semester's End can also protect from removal, though, which is cool. So we could do it. It's worse with tokens, but certainly good with everything else. Or we can take First Day of Class, which is another learn card. Make Your Mark, playable 1-mana card here. Reflective Golem, certainly playable if you've got targeted pump effects. Like you get, 2 3/2s with this, I guess. I usually don't play Semester's End very often, but I think I can take it here and be okay with it. It can be good. So now we'll probably take the Inkling Summoning. There is Lower Hold Excavation, which does have synergy with Quintorius. Just exile creatures and make 2 4/2s. It is pretty good. But other than that, it's not a very exciting card, whereas Inkling Summoning is a very solid lesson. You can never really have enough lessons. I think I'll take this. Guiding Voice in there too, but we'll take the Inkling Summoning. All right, we can take the Guiding Voice now. There's also First Day of Class. Wow, Illuminate History in here too. But we have Mana Tithe, which is one of my favorite cards. One of my favorite Mystical Archive cards, because no one expects it. And it's actually just very good. This is kind of, I feel like, a 7 and 8 mana format, and if you counter that for 1 mana, your opponent is not feeling so good. Illuminate History would also be good. I'd probably take it over Guiding Voice just because, I like that you can rummage and get a body out of it in your lesson. Pretty valuable, but I love Mana Tithe. I'm going to take it. Okay, Tome Shredder versus Eager First Years. Also start from scratch. All of those are fine. Tome Shredder is going to have some pretty solid Quintorius synergy, so I think we probably take that. You just spit out 4 2s with those 2 cards alone. And that's pretty strong. So we'll take it. Over the lesson and the solid playable 2-drop. Okay, Enthusiastic Study is a great card, especially if we're doing this lore hold aggro thing. Granted, we don't have any 2-drops yet, but Study. Combat trick that finds another creature. Pretty solid. I think we take it. So we could take Teach by Example and copy, pay 3 mana to do 2 Mana Tides. Otherwise, you can copy Enthusiastic Study, can copy Lower Hold Command. I mean, the only other pick is what, like Defend the Campus? Could take this for sideboard. I don't know the chances of playing Teach by Example. I can't imagine they're super high in a deck like this anyway. I mean, you can main deck. True, you can main deck Defend the Campus as well. So now it's Eager First Year, Enthusiastic Study number 2, or Lower Hold Campus. Oh, man. I almost want to say Study, just because getting Learn effects are pretty valuable. We could also use a 2-drop, though, and the land. I think we take the reason I'm taking the Campus here is it's a free card for the deck. It is an important effect to have. And on top of that, it doesn't contribute to the 23-card deck. Like, I usually am not short on playables. It does happen, but I'm usually not short on playables. So getting stuff like valuable lessons usually is a good idea. Lower Hold Pledge Mage would be fine here. I'm going to take the Guiding Voice, get another Learn. Reconstruct History. Well, currently we don't have Enchantment. We have Instants, and we have 1 Sorcery. It could be okay. Otherwise, we can take the First Day of Class or the Make Your Mark. I don't really want the Star Pupil. I think I'm going to take the History. I never play it, and it could be good. I already got the Excavation anyway, so probably making the deck, honestly. Hall Monitor, second to last pick, is kind of surprising. It's a good aggro card in my mind. I actually like First Day of Class, too, but I'm going to take the Hall Monitor. I think our Archetype is open. That's good news. So, Igneous Inspiration, probably slamming this one. Get another Learn. Strict Proctors, totally playable. Eager First Year, Guiding Voice would be good on the wheel if we can get them. But easy Igneous Inspiration. Can burn anything with it. And we can get it back. Reconstruct History, getting back a Lower Hold Command and Igneous Inspiration. That seems like some real value there. What else we got here? Environmental Sciences, probably a pretty easy pickup. Quintorius does have a lot of synergy with Rescuer, though, because you end up getting a 3-2 flyer and a 4-2 body for 5 mana. That's really good. Nasari, I might just have to take. As much as I want this Environmental Sciences, because it's just a solid card to have, Nasari is an excellent card. You just steal your opponent's... And no, you don't get to play him from exile or anything, right? No. It's just when stuff leaves your graveyard. This has good synergy with the 1-drop Spirit Dog thing, though, because it's whenever it exiles, right? So each turn it would just get +1/+1. It's pretty cool. Either way, we're going to take Nasari here. Solid. Rare. Another Excavation. We can probably wheel it. I could see wanting the Beaming Defiance because I actually have some creatures worth protecting, but I think we take the Blood Age General. Not because I like it. I don't think it's that great of a card, but considering we're an aggro deck that's not rocking any cheap creatures, I don't think that's a good idea. So let's take the Blood Age General. Expel is playable in the right deck. I think we're more of a Lower Hold beatdown deck, so I'd rather take the General. All right, Shock, slamming it. Otherwise, Eager First Year, Spirit Summoning, both would be solid picks for us, but I'm not passing a Shock. I like the Dust Speaker, too. It'd be nice if we could wheel one of those, but I'm not holding my breath. Another Quintorius, I think so. Otherwise, we could take the Orator, which is another 2-drop, but Quintorius is definitely looking good in here, especially since we're likely to wheel another Excavation. And we've just got a solid late-game plan. So here, I suppose I take the Divine Gambit. I don't really like this card, but otherwise I'm taking like Stormkiln Artist, I guess. I could take that. It might be okay. I really don't like Divine Gambit, but at the very least it's probably a valuable sideboard card to have, and there's some matches where it's going to be good. So we can take another Campus. I think we do. Just safe pick for the deck. Taking it over a Teach by Example, that's fine. Well, Return Pass Caller is very good. It's also Pigment Storm here. But Pass Caller, being able to pay 6 mana and get a 5/2 flyer that also makes a 4/2 and return something from your graveyard to your hand, that's a lot of value. Lot of value with Quintorius. So, well, we got the Proctor back. How many Enter the Battlefield effects do we have? Well, it's a Spirit 2 with 2 Quintorius. I think we probably just take it. But we don't have that many Enter the Battlefield effects, right? No, we actually don't. Dare I say well, that's not true. Return Pass Caller. Whatever. I'm still going to take the Proctor. It's hard to go wrong with flying. Probably take a... Yeah, Stonerise Spirit's fine here. Got the Excavation back. I think we'll take it. With 2 Quintorius, it might just be worth it to play them both. Would like to not mill myself out. All right, you go first here. Well, good news is we've already pretty much just got a deck here. I could see playing both Stonerise Spirit with Quintorius too. They have good synergy together. Got the Artist anyway. Well, our archetype is wide open. Yeah, just wide open. Magma Opus. Well, we could splash it. What else am I taking here? Otherwise, I'm taking like a Blood Age General. Yeah, we could splash Magma Opus. We'll see if it happens, but even if it doesn't, I'm giving up like a, I guess, Intro to Prophecy, which is a playable, not exciting lesson, but playable. We might not be going that hard after a Learn Lesson plan anyway. Got a lot of other stuff going on. So Dust Speaker versus Historian. I'd probably take another Summoning though, because we've already got a deck. So at this point, with all the learned cards we have, let's just get some Evasive Bodies. So we have Guiding Voice. Thought we at least have Enthusiastic Study and Igneous Inspiration. So one more learn wouldn't hurt either. I don't know if we're going to do the semester's end plan. I don't know if we're going to splash Magma Opus either, to be perfectly honest. But so we can take Orator versus Combat Professor. I usually love Combat Professor, but Orator is cheaper. And how much evasion do we actually have, though? We've got Pass Caller, Proctor, Stonerise Spirits. We probably have enough where we want this 2 mana 2/2 flyer over another 4-drop, I'm guessing. All right, choices now. We can take the Pigment Storm. How many actual removal spells do we have? You know, we have so many playables. I think I'm just taking the Elemental Summoning. I really like Pigment Storm, and with aggro, I think it's where it's at its best. But since we already have a deck and we have to make cuts, I think we just take some lessons. All right, once again, could take like a Pledge Mage, but I'll take the Spirit Summoning. Get some more lessons. So we might even get Guiding Voices back. And Reconstruct History actually has good Quintorius synergy too, doesn't it? It's too bad we don't have any artifacts. So basically, in this deck, if we don't have enough sorceries, I might not do it. Wow, Rip Apart too? That's some efficient removal. So as much as I like lessons, I think we're going to get some cheap kill spell here. Another one? Wow. All right. All right. It also deals with artifacts and enchantments, not to be looked over there. So we could take, I guess, Make Your Mark. Although, don't really have space for that. This looks like a prime example of too many good things deck. Yeah, I don't think the Magma Opus is happening either. We don't have space for anything. We're going to take the intro. Well, do we want Intro to Prophecy? I mean, might as well. We're making cuts here. So, just get some lessons. Alright, Guiding Voice. Or we could take the Historian. I'm going to take the Voice, though. We've got a lot of Learn Lesson action going here, so I'm going to try and take advantage of it. Not sure if it's going to happen. All the Stonerise Spirits. Just take the Mystical Archive. Wow, second to last pick Enthusiastic Study. That is pretty nuts. We've got a lot of good things here. Lot of good things. And we have a lot of cuts to make. So we need to make 16 creatures. I think at this point this goes... We have at least 3. So all of our learn cards, yeah, we have 4. Wow, and we have removal and card draw. That's cool. So all of our lessons, or all of our learn cards rather, count as creatures too. So we can cut quite a few creatures. I didn't want to really play the artists anyway, so that seems easy enough. This is a 5-drop in here. Oops, 5-drop. Probably have enough removal where I don't need Divine Gambit. More of a sideboard card anyway. How many ways do I have to exile for Quintorius? I am not 100% sure we're going to be able to do this lower hold excavations. Like, they're cool with Quintorius, but we probably are better off just going for, like, Return Pass Caller and Tome Shredder. And I mean, we have enough spirits as it is, right? Yeah, we have, well, I guess we only have 6, but whatever. Yeah, I think I'm off the excavation plan, and I'm probably okay with it. Reconstruct History will have synergy with Quintorius. What's our instant sorcery count? 5 and 6 is a pretty good split. I could totally see Reconstruct History in here, getting back... What are our... Oh, yeah, getting back like a Rip Apart and like a Lorehold Command. Like, Reconstruct History, just getting back 2 things is pretty solid. Pretty solid. And in a pinch, I mean, even just getting back a Lorehold Command if you need it is not bad. I feel like we want to give it a try, but we do have to make some cuts. 3 Stonerise Spirits is probably pretty excessive, even with 2 Quintorius. And they do have synergy together, though, which is... actually pretty important to note, but maybe we'll just go to 2 of those. I could see cutting the General. It is a spirit, though. But in general, it's not that great of a card. It looks like 13 creatures, but remember, it's quite a few more. Blood Age General cut. Or the Eager First Year. So, General has synergy with Quintorius, and it can pump all your other spirits. Eager First Year has synergy with Cheap Tricks. It can beat down pretty hard. This is a spirit. Thinking about cutting the General, to be honest. But I don't want to cut the Hall Monitor, too. Sometimes just getting by a blocker wins the game, believe it or not. Sometimes that's really all it takes, is your dude can't block, and now you take too much damage. So yeah, I think it's Eager First Year or General. For some reason, I feel like the First Year just is going to end up doing more. Could be wrong. We'll see. But so 12, but really it's like 13, 14... 15, 16, 17. 17 creatures. Yeah, we're good. So no double color. That's nice. And we have 2 campuses. So we can do that. And then I guess we'll do an extra white. Sure. And call it a deck. Looks good. Looks pretty good. Yeah. Lower hold value beats. What's our removal looking like? We got Shock, 2 Rip Aparts, Inspiration, Command. No heated debates, interestingly, but Enthusiastic Study is a solid combat trick too. So, all right, I like it. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right, round 1, I guess we'll keep. No actual threats, but we have a bunch of removal spells and a lower hold command, so hopefully good enough. Ah, Mana Tithe, huh? Well, I think I'll leave up the, oh geez. Well, probably going to be Mana Tithing that at some point, huh? So I can rip apart the Amplimancer now, but I'm willing to take another hit here. Honor Troll. Well, alright. That's fine. Okay, well, I'll rip this apart. I admit I'm taking some hits from this Amplimancer, but alright, well that I don't really care about anyway, so that's fine. I think I'm just going to leave up lower hold command for now. I feel like I have to save this Mana Tithe for that mascot exhibition, so I'm going to take this. Honestly, I feel like making it 3-2 and drawing 2 cards, to be honest. And we'll sack probably a red mana, actually. So we have a lot of double white stuff, which is fine. Alright, so then we can attack. And I guess we'll rip apart here. Play in order. And pass. Sure. Quintorius. Well, that's a good draw. All right. So now I can make stuff fly and spit out some 4/2s, which is pretty good. Oh, that's cool. So let's go land. I'm just going to go Orator. Actually, let's do the Shredder first. All right. Spit out a 4/2. Play the Orator. Yeah, we'll get in. Alright, now they probably just want to play a land and go Exhibition, and hopefully this Mana Tithe can do its job here. Alright. Fair enough. So, they don't enter tapped, right? Nope. They enter untapped, as a matter of fact. So, play the Campus. They don't even have any flyers. Well, guess we just... Alright. Well, not having to show them a Mana Tithe is pretty nice. Because Mascot Exhibition is no joke. Sideboard, we can kill fatties. Not that they really showed us any. And other than that, we can mill ourselves. Probably don't need to do that. No, I think we're about where we should be. So we'll run it back. I think we might mulligan this, mostly because we don't have both colors and we don't have any removal anyway. So as much as we've got the synergy here, which is quite strong, I think we probably mull. I don't really love this hand either, since we still don't have white mana, but also really wouldn't like to mulligan again. So maybe we dump the Reconstruct History, because if we're already mulliganing, then... and we don't even have an instant yet. Just seems a little bit slow. Now I definitely wish I at least had a Environmental Sciences to find here. Because Igneous Inspiration... well, we can get a Spirit Summoning off of it. That's true. Alright. So we can do... We don't really have Into the Battlefield effects, do we? Guess best use of mana is just a Glyph Weaver then. Definitely want to be using our white mana each turn. Plus, now if we draw another land, we can at least go, like, Proctor plus Inspiration or something like that. Sure. All right. A little tricky here. Well, can do the Guiding Voice. We can get the Summoning or the Spirit Summoning or the Intro to Prophecy. Probably take the Elemental Summoning. And we'll Inspiration that. And we'll get maybe Intro to Prophecy. Just in case I don't draw land, because I do probably want some lands. Probably want to get lands. I mean, granted, the Proctor and the Spirit can block the Aerialist, but... Alright, well, that was a good draw. Now we can at least play a couple flyers if we want. So, we'll attack. And honestly, I probably throw the Proctor in front of the Aerialist. And the main reason is because the Stonerise Spirit's better with Quintorius. Because at that point, we can just start exiling cards and making 4/2s. Making our little army. Sure. Okay. Let's see here. 6th land, so... I think we go... Quintorius. And then we'll Guiding Voice the Glyph Weaver. And we'll get a Summoning that can block the Aerialist. We'll get in for 2. which I guess could block Aerialist as well. But I kind of want the Spirit to make 4/2s right now, so I don't know if that's the best move. All right. Well, that's actually a pretty good draw. So I have enough mana to, yeah, that's pretty good. We're at 13. Could have 4 blockers. Or just 3 blockers. If I have 3 blockers, I block those, I take 6. Because we kind of got them on a 2-turn clock as well. So I'm thinking it's better to just go this on this. Get rid of one of these. Make a 4/2. Give flying. Get in here. So we'll have 3 blockers for their 5 attackers. But it doesn't look lethal to me, so kind of okay with it. Plus we can make all of our guys indestructible, I guess, if I really need to. We're also a land away from making 2 4/2s a turn. So attack with everything. They have 2 blockers. So I think I sack it in response, because then they don't get to learn. And more importantly, they still have to block and we don't lose anything. So I think that's fine. All right, cool. We'll see for round 2. All right, round 2, it's definitely a keep. Do we just jam the hall monitor right away? Or do we go for the first year into the hall monitor? Well, that 'tis the question. I think we'll just do the monitor right away. Reasonable chance we rip a white mana and just curve out. And if not, no biggie. Well, fortunate draw there. So now we can go Shredder. Jump through well. I've already gained 6 life this game, which is pretty significant. Alright, so let's go. I think we just go rip apart here. That's a good draw. So let's sure. Guess we'll ditch the hall monitor. And they don't have enough mana to get another pest, so that's cool. Oh, they have another kill spell, okay. Or are they just reading the Proctor, perhaps? They're debating whether they want to pay the extra 2 next turn to get a pest. Which I suppose is a reasonable thing to think over. Oh, that's cool. So let's just get the flyer. Return pass caller can get back Enthusiastic Study as well, which is pretty sweet. If we rip a land. Oh, I guess we can't, because I would have to pay for it with the Proctor. But I guess then the question is, can I win? Can I win even without the extra benefit of Pass Caller? The answer is probably yes, I can. Probably. Sure. Alright. Oh, that's cool. So it's take him to 7 here. And then I play this. Let's see. Take him to 7. Then 4 plus 3. I'm still going to be a little bit light. A little bit. Uh-oh. Oh. Well, that's not very nice, is it? So let's see. Yeah. So we go buff plus 3 to my opponent. Wait, what? 3 damage to any target. Target player gains 3 life. Alright. We stole game 1. I love Professor Zoomancy. It's such a good card. Their deck looks really good. I mean, look at that spot removal. They've got a lot of it. Did we end up getting a Beaming Defiance? I don't think that we did. Could do the Make Your Mark. It's 1 mana protection from removal that nets you a 3/2. It's actually pretty good value. Is it when it leaves the battlefield? Nope, dies. So it doesn't work against Rise of Exodus. I don't think that's a big deal. The question is, do I want to do Make Your Mark over like a Guiding Voice? I might. I mean, they have a lot of instant speed spot removal. Eliminate and Putrefy are some pretty solid ones. Playing around those, not super easy either. So I could totally see the argument for maybe ditching a Guiding Voice and bringing in a Make Your Mark so that I have a way to convert their removal into a 3/2 for 1 mana, which isn't bad. Alright. Deadly Brew is a great card too. Really good. Alright, this one we're going to have to mulligan. It's got some strong cards in it though. So we'll keep this. We're going to ditch a mountain. And then I guess we're going to go Hall Monitor here. Alright. Well, at least I can go Guiding Voice and get a... suppose we'll get a summoning, get a flyer. Alright, well, guess we can attack here. So Researcher can get bigger with the environmental sciences, which is pretty good. Sure. So I think we'll just attack with both. You know, Enthusiastic Study. We end up losing our dude, but dealing some trample damage and getting access to another flyer or a 4/4. I think I like summoning more because then next turn we can go Stonerise Spirit plus plus Inkling Summoning, so we actually get 2 more flyers. Yeah, Pledge Mage is pretty good. Ooh, so's Quintorius, though. Yeah, we'll do... We'll do the 2 flyers. Technically could have done Quintorius first. I don't know if that's better, but it would have allowed me to play like Stonerise Spirit, and then potentially if I drew a land, be able to exile it right away and get a dude. Which is pretty good. I have a feeling they have the Putrefy. Oh. That's too bad. So, what's the over-under on us winning this race? Well, they currently don't have lethal. And I can get in for 7. Play a Glyph Weaver. Yeah, I don't know if I want to keep it going longer. Guess we can get this. In for 7. Play a Glyph Weaver. And pass. Take that. Sure. Alright. So go land, summoning. Let's see, we're at 3 life. So if I get in for 4, I don't think I've got great blocks if I do that. So maybe just get in for 2 here. So I have 2 lethal creatures. Well, that should do it. Alright. Lower hold command, winning matches here. Alright, we'll see for round 3. Alright, we got a good keep here. Guess we're gonna go first year, probably. Or I can just kill that now. I'd rather play the first year this turn, though. And then at least I can go Shock plus Stonerise Spirit. Probably. Uh-oh. I got good value there. Well, at least they missed on the first one. Good value there, though. Jeez, maybe I should have shocked. Alright. Well, let's go shock now. And then we'll go Stonerise Spirit. And get in for 3. Cultivator, alright. Goodness, sure. So, well, let's go Guiding Voice on the flyer here. And I guess we'll get... Well, we don't have the second white for the Inkling summoning as much as I want it. So... maybe we just build towards this little baddie for now. Alright, well that's cool. And then we'll get... maybe Intro to Prophecy. Kind of want something more exciting than that, but... it at least lets me, if I don't draw land, go Guiding Voice plus Prophecy, so that's pretty good. Although at this point, I almost wonder if I want to do the Glyph Weaver to like protect my Stonerise Spirit from stuff. Could be. We'll see. That's not the choice I was expecting here. So, I think we'll do the Intro to Prophecy first. Oh yeah, we can keep both of those. And then I guess we can go Guiding Voice here and get this now. Get in for 7, I guess. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Guess we do 2 lethal creatures. Oh, that makes sense. Sure. Alright. Lower hold command, just non-stop winning games here. So we're up against Prismari Quandrix with some ramp elements. Mana Tide looking good, hopefully. Well, I guess it wouldn't have done much this game, but probably still looking good. Usually when you're casting Elemental Masterpiece, usually it's right when you have 7 mana, or right have enough mana to cast it. So I have a feeling Mana Tide's still potentially very good in this match. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else, really. They didn't show us a lot of spot removal, from my recollection. I'm not in love with this hand, but we'll keep it. Somehow accidentally clicked keep there, but I was planning on keeping it, so it worked out. But since we don't have any early threats, it's a little bit worse. But it's hard not to keep a hand that's got this much, you know, value learn stuff in it. Oh, perfect draw. Let's do more white, I think. Because we have, like, chance to do double Guiding Voice. I don't know if it matters. We would have been able to do it anyway, even if I'd played red. Well... Oh, I was going to say, which one would I prefer to kill? But the truth is, we can just kill this anyway. So, they're going to get to ramp with Simone, but that's alright. Snakeskin Veil? Oh, nice value. Alright. We don't get to learn either. Huge value. Huge, huge, huge value. So, probably Guiding Voice plus Enthusiastic Study, maybe? We'll see. Not sure yet. Kind of want them to play something here. Alright. Let's see. Now what do I rip apart? Grinning Ignis is going to let them get a Masterpiece online, so I wonder if I should kill that. Kind of feeling like it's a good idea, honestly. Well, at least I didn't have shock. Let's go. I think we'll get the evasion. Might be wrong there. Yeah, I'm going to kill this. I just don't want them to get Elemental Masterpiece online. And they would be able to have it that turn if I did, so. Because we know they have the land, and then they could bounce it, and they would have 1, 2, 3 from the Ignis, plus 4, 7, yeah. They would have enough. Now they're just 1 land away from Masterpiece. Just still a little worrisome. Oh, or they just get an invocation. It's pretty good too. Oh, that's cool. So attack. I'll study if I have to. Yeah, that's fine too. So I think here we lower hold command before I've done damage. We'll make the 3/2 and kill their Quandrix Apprentice. And we'll gain 3. That way, Enthusiastic Study lets us keep smashing in. Hopefully on a Masterpiece. Alright. I'd rather see that than the Masterpiece. So that's cool. Oh, and they're attacking. Wow. It's pretty bold. Nasari's cool, but we gotta keep getting in there. Oh, we're gonna punish that block. Guess I can reduce to memory if I have to, the 6/6. It's not a bad idea, actually. Oh, or we take 48, I guess. All right, see you for the next one here. Let's see. So, is Divine Gambit good here? I think it is. Because we can kill big tokeny creatures and they likely don't have a good creature to bring out. That's true. Divine Gambit might actually be good here. Maybe over Reconstruct History, because I feel like Reconstruct History is a great card. It's going to be a little bit... I don't know if we need it, I guess. I'm thinking my opponent's late game is likely better than ours, so maybe just focus on getting the damage in as quickly as possible. Probably makes more sense. Oh yeah, it's a keep. It's a good hand. So we'll go Orator, possibly into Study, digging up Inkling Summoning. If I have to kill something, I will. Eager First Year is pretty good too. I think I just kill her. It doesn't make the best use of mana, but the reason I like killing Zimone here is they've got a lot of expensive stuff, so killing Zimone makes it so they can't ramp with Zimone, which I think is actually valuable. Especially if they need lands or anything like that. Alright. Good draw there, actually. So now we get 2 more bodies and set up for a nice enthusiastic Study. Plus, negate all their into the battlefield effects. I mean, I guess we negate our own pass caller, but I'm okay with it. Yeah. So they could have Snakeskin Veil. I think we'll just do this summoning here to get another flyer online. And that way if they block the Eager First Year, Snakeskin Veil won't get them out of... Yeah, that's fine. They did have the Snakeskin Veil, alright. So they have the Snow Day mana, huh? Let's do Guiding Voice on Proctor then. Another summoning. So let's say they have Snow Day, and I Divine Gambit. So then Eager First Year and another one get tapped. So we don't have lethal either way. And I'm pretty sure they have Snow Day. So we'll play an Inkling Summoning here to pump First Year again. And then we'll get our 2 things tapped. We'll see what they decide on. So we can get in for 4. And thankfully the Orator has Vigilance, because that gives us 2 blockers for exponential growth. Alright, there's a blocker. But we can Divine Gambit that, which I probably will, if it means we can kill them. But they still need to stop 3 evasive creatures here. And Exponential Growth is a sorcery, so they can't surprise us with it. Thankfully. Alright. Alright. Well, we ended up taking the draft. Deck was very good, so it did about as well as it could possibly do. It had all the makings of a fine aggro Lorehold deck. I mean, first pick Lorehold Command. We got to do some Quintorius, Stonerise Spirit synergies, which is a nice way to win the game. Never cast Reconstruct History. Selfless Glyph Weaver came up huge. You know, basically countering their Divide by Zero, still forcing them to block, and not allowing them to get like a mascot exhibition. So that was sweet. Yeah, what else? Yeah, Enthusiastic Study is a great card for beatdown. We never got to cast Nasari, so we didn't even really take advantage of the full potential of this deck. But yeah, it did really well. I was happy with it. Let's open some packs. Alright, pack 1, pick 1. I think I would take probably Divide by Zero, but I mean, Environmental Science, and there's Devouring Tendrils too. Geez, this pack has a lot of goodies. A lot of goodies in here. Divide by Zero is pretty slick though, being able to, you can't bounce tokens, which can be bad, but bouncing big things and getting a card out of it is pretty huge. Probably better enough than Sciences and even Tendrils to first pick Divide by Zero, I would say. I haven't played it in a while either. It's must be a highly sought after card. Here, I'd first pick the Decisive Denial. It's not a lesson like Necrotic Fumes, but it is a very, very solid card. You can counterspell the summoning creatures. You can fight things. You can stop Elemental Mastery and Explosive Welcome. Just popular 7 and 8 mana spells. Just very good. Decisive Denial is very strong. It is a gold card first pick, but the upside is pretty huge. So here, I really like Simone. I like that it ramps, and then late game it can draw you 2 cards. Nice stalemate breaker. Researcher is very good for Witherbloom, and Field Trip is good value. Serpentine Curve deck is pretty popular. I guess I'd go Simone. I really like the Uncommon Legends. Their upside is pretty big, especially for the cost. So first pick here, I would take the Onslaught. over the Pledge Mage and the Sciences. Very good removal here. And the whenever a creature blocks this turn, Claws is actually surprisingly relevant. First pick here. I really like Return Pass Caller. It is 6 mana, but you get pretty high value out of this card. You can even play a few of them and be okay with it, especially since they kind of chain with each other too. Like when one dies, play another one, bring it back, so on and so forth. So that's pretty cool. I like the Pass Caller. I think Pledge Mage is very good too. So is the Summoning. I'd be okay taking the gold card here. Really high value you can get out of Return Pass Caller. And this does tend to be overall a pretty value-centric format. Here's pretty easy Igneous Inspiration. Just awesome value. 3 damage to anything and learn. Really amazing value for 3 mana. All right. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. We'll be back for the next one. We'll see you then.